Okay, hi with an ox goad. I'm not too sure how to say that, but your video seems to have created quite a stir. You've got some really big heavy hitters, I've noticed. Not necessarily the people I like to watch, because all they do is talk about themselves, but I guess that's part of what YouTube is. So what would I have liked to have known, and what can I give to somebody maybe your age that will be of some assistance, if you like, in your future? First thing is, I'd wish somebody had told me how stupid smoking was. Going back many years to like when my parents were thinking about having kids, everybody knew really that smoking wasn't good, but nobody had any real proof back then. So I think my generation, if you like, didn't really get the fact that it was really that bad. I think the generations now have got a clue. It's way more drummed into them. Yes, you still get a percentage of kids smoking, but public areas now in about 7 or 8 different countries are all becoming illegal to smoke in, and that puts a pretty solid sign out there. Yes, you'll get rebels that want to smoke just because they're not meant to, but the bottom line is it's not socially acceptable anymore. That's a good thing. That's one. Secondly, I wish somebody had told me that having self-belief is 9/10 of any success that you can possibly achieve. Now, by this, there are wealthy people that never need to work, that never feel successful. Yes, they have everything that their surrounding communities and other people seem to be successful, but they never get that satisfaction of achieving and being a success in their own right. In the same way, there are people at the other financial end of the scale that have committed to something that won't necessarily make them financially successful, but it will give them a great sense of worth, and it will fill their soul with joy and happiness about what it is they do. And I guess what I wish I had been told is that if you believe that you're the best and can be the best at something, and you're prepared to commit to it, you really are or can be and are the best at that thing. And it shouldn't matter about what car you drive, it shouldn't matter about financial responsibilities. Yes, everybody's got to make a living, but that's all part of just surviving. There's a level of survival, and then there's a level of greed, and I think that differentiation would have been nice to be made at an earlier age. So yeah, that's kind of it really. I think that looking at some of the other responses you've had, I've really started to dislike a lot of people on YouTube, and I don't mean this to be a hating comment, but how they originally started out and the things that they used to do and the creative side, it's stopped being that way now, and now there's an ego element setting in. So the one thing I would advise you to do is to, and I don't know if you're even looking for advice on the YouTube side, but is to not be too successful, or certainly not be something that you start with that you don't intend on continuing. If it's about you, make it about you from the start. If it's about a character or about things that you're able to offer, then keep it about that. I only really came on here, I'm going to talk about me now because everybody else does, to get my music and get my videos out there from a website that I created in San Francisco years ago. That was one of those things that didn't necessarily make money, but it was a great thing for the community. The bottom line is that's still what it's about. I like to make comments like this when I see something interesting, but really, apart from my small community of maybe 60 or 70 people, I've lost a lot of interest to others that have become superpowers on the site, and they've taken a lot from the site for me. So in a way, although it's only maybe 6 months ago, I wish I could have seen that coming too. So anyway, great question. I hope you get lots of interest, and obviously you're going to have to follow this up with something big, but here's to you. You nailed it.